If it hurts, game breaks, we'll get you, know let us put on more steam. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, lock cut sides, through the games after this win in. Press you again, we're here for the first minute. Carry my team there 6 minutes.
Rocky Top will always be.
All I know is go Vols, because that's all I know. Go Vols!
Doesn't have to be perfect, ain't gonna be perfect. We go compete for 60 freaking minutes. All right, enjoy the opportunity, enjoy the environment, and then go play our butts off, play for one another, and have a hell of a lot of fun. Everybody got me?
Yes,
all right.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo, right here.
Hey, it's us against the world, fellas. Yeah. It's us against the world, fellas. Don't nobody believe in us. Yeah. Don't nobody believe in us. We don't need nobody to believe in us. I don't believe in you. I believe in you. I know you a dog. I know you a dog. I know we some dogs, man. Hey, all this preparation we put in, all this been talking about, hey, it's time to go release pain, man. It's time to go put it in real. Let's go. Tennessee on 2, 1, 2, Tennessee. Ball, Tennessee, ready. Ball, Tennessee, ready. Ball, Tennessee, ready.
But you know what? Let's talk a little Vols. That is not me trying to take any shine away from the phenomenal channel Talking Vols and my guy Boogie Bentley runs. So shout out to them. But let's talk a little Vols here.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. He is Coach J. Tennessee gets it done 56-34. Man, it just is what it is at this point. We're going to have to go out and we're going to have to score 60 week in and week out. But all you got to do is go out and be the better team. Go out, score more points than the other team. We got a lot to talk about tonight after the win over Kentucky. So do us a favor, pull up a chair, smash the thumbs up, share out the link, let somebody know we're live. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. We're going to break this thing down step by step. Coach J, opening thoughts, taking care of business on the road in the SEC, 56-34.
Yeah, I think before the game we were yapping about some teams and some fights, right? So we needed to come out and take care of business. And great to see the offense out there humming from the very beginning. And I'll address the defensive issues, guys. Trust me. I always do. I always get into them. But the defense was part of the fast start today. Let's talk about the good. We can get into the nitty gritty of the bad. We got plenty of time for that later. But let's start with the good. Just like the offense popping out of the gate, defense popped out of the gate pretty nicely, right? Early first sack by Josephs, got the stop on that series, followed by the nice, sorry, I did that in reverse. The pass to Brazel, followed by a stop. And then they came out for the next time, and then Farouk. What a play by Edris Farouk, right, Boog? Mm-hmm. Like, what an absolute play. And on that play, exactly what I've been asking for, right? Tight on the line, star position on the offensive receiver, corners playing up, uh, disguised blitz off the edge, meaning your middle linebackers were on point coming up, popped back. So a great play by Farouk, helped spark them. But for me, the best part of what the defense did before we get into the bad part was the second half, like at halftime. It was going to be really, really also great touchdown, right? 10 seconds left. Hello, Ethan Davis. Great drive. We'll get into the offense. But coming out of that, the defense needed a stop like I need $1 million. Like they really needed it, right? They get that stop. Offense goes ahead and scores. And I'm thinking, this is the stop. If we can get a stop right here, we got the stop to open the half. Offense scores. If we can get a stop right here, right now, the offense can go put them away. They do exactly that. They put them away, and then the defense fizzles, gets lazy again, just tries to kind of play soft, keep everything in front of them, which I get, but it's frustrating and maddening from fans, and we'll get into the nitty gritty of it too, guys, because there was stuff I was really upset about defensively, and I can sit here and sing the praises of the offense all day, Boogie, but maybe I'll let you do that for a second, man, because they were humming like a I don't even know I don't even have a good euphemism for
What
it.
hums? What hums? I don't know.
I want to say humming like a
Humming
hummingbird, but I felt that sounded
let's
dumb
go.
in my head.
Let's
I was
go.
like, hey, this
That's
sounds really
right.
dumb. I don't want to say that.
Maybe we're just two idiots. That's what came out of my mouth first too. They're humming like a hummingbird. Let's
Humming
go.
like a hummingbird.
I don't. We're going to talk about this offense too. For me, obviously, it's the passing game, right? It's Joey Aguilar. It's the wide receivers. Do we need to run the ball? Man, we were having a fun conversation. Once again, Patreon, game day chat, all of you guys hanging out. It was a blast once again. And I said early in the chat, man, we're talking about Tennessee coming out. We're cooking on offense. And I'm like, don't give up on the running game. And I'm like, do I even need to say that? Like, do we even need to establish the running game? Because apparently we don't. We can still go out there and sling the rock around. We'll talk about the offense. We'll talk about if that is a concern moving forward. But how about Joey Aguilar? But look, here's the deal, man. Overall grand scheme picture of this thing. You went out and you beat Kentucky 56-34. And I get it. It's maddening watching this defense play that Jekyll and Hyde role. Once again, it's either a pick six, it's a fumble recovery, and how about the offense capitalizing on a turnover there and punching it in? Defense did most of the work, put them up there nice and close, but you got points. And then it's the long 75-yard drives of like 12 plays, 10 plays. It's the big plays, right? Poor angles, missed tackles. It's maddening. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is you went out and you put a beating on Kentucky. It was never close. I know they got it down to a one-score game. Never once. I didn't say
Were
never.
you ever worried? You're never worried is what you're saying, right?
In this game that I was worried about it or concerned about it. I agree with you. The moment where you knew the game was over was the drive right before halftime. I'm a stickler for this. I say it every week on this channel, every post-game show, every day after video. I talk about the middle eight. Kentucky wins the toss. They defer. I think that's always a chance. When you defer, when you get the ball to start the second half, that's always a chance to play numbers game, right? Try to get two scores there in the middle. And I think it's crucial. And what does Tennessee do? They go right down there and score. Minute and 37 seconds. And it felt like the momentum. I was never nervous. I never thought it was over, Coach. But when Kentucky goes 16 plays, 96, I know that drives you nuts. 96-yard touchdown drive. There's a minute and a half left. And then Tennessee comes back. 10 plays, 75 yards. They had a timeout in the back pocket. They managed the clock well. Joey on that drive, 5 of 7, 62 yards. Great touchdown pass to Ethan Davis that you mentioned. What I love about Joey, and it shines in that drive, is the way he shares the wealth. 2 completions on that drive to Staley, 2 completions on that drive to Ethan Davis, and a completion to Mike Matthews. Also add a little 4-yard scramble, but getting points there right before the half. And then, like you said, the defense comes out after the half, forces a punt, next drive, missed field goal. And I know you're going to break down the defense, but when we talk about Tim Banks, bend, don't break defense, that's what bend, don't break means. It means you can give up some yardage, but when you need to dig in, you dig in. It feels like with this defense, it's either force a turnover or let them go down and score. I'm going to catch up with you guys in the chat. That's the opening thoughts. We got 750 people watching on this late night Talkin VAWLS. Do us a favor, smash the thumbs up. We would appreciate that. If you don't have it, power T beside your name, you can fix it. It's only $1. Got $1? We need $1. We need $1 to keep the lights on. You can hit the join button. You become a member of the channel. Custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-ins. We appreciate that support. All right, let me catch up with you guys. Backflip Spaghetti dropped a $5 super chat at 7:58 p.m. Coach, do you know when kickoff was here? It was 3 minutes before this super chat.
Yeah, I was about to say like that.
3 minutes before this super chat.
What a warrior.
He says, man, that was an awesome game. Glad our boys played a full game. This is, I'm just working my faith. GBO. Shout out Backflip Spaghetti. Matthew Taylor popped in and dropped a $5 door fee at $8.19. I appreciate you guys dropping those door fees. Zachary Elliott for 2. This defense is a joke. They are lazy. Man, I get it. We're going to talk about the defense. Don't you worry. But, man, is that the first thing? Like, is that the first thing you guys said? This offense scored 56 points. And I get the frustrations. But can we celebrate a little bit? Going out there and scoring 56. Beating Kentucky. I remember some people saying, we're going to struggle with Kentucky. We beat the crap out of Kentucky. We did what we were supposed to do. Caleb Bray for 2 says, pack your crap, Boo Carter. Welcome, Jaden Prelati. We're going to talk about Boo Carter tonight. Coach, you started it. I may go ahead and finish it tonight. I may go ahead and finish it.
It's in my my overall notes, certainly. It's circled.
We're going to talk about it.
I almost don't want to read my own comment that I wrote, but I want you to.
If you want me to fire it off, I'll fire it off when we get into it. Zachary Elliott for 5 says, I love this team. I'm glad we won, but something has to change with this D. No excuse to let them score 34. Thank you, Zachary. Luke Thompson for 2. They don't ask how, they ask how many. Go Vols. Dem Barnyard Bills for 2. Coach Jay, Banks, bend but don't break is killing us. JJ Landman's been a member for 36 months. We appreciate that. Cletus, the Barber Beefcake for 20. That is not cheap. We like a good orange boy, and we're going to play the clip.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Cletus says we all know the definition of stupidity, so why do we keep doing the same things? A lot of pressure on the offense to have to play perfect in order to beat a good team. What can we fix before Oklahoma, Coach Jay? Can I ask you this? Since Cletus asked this question, he wants a response. We're going to give him a response. He dropped an orange boy. $20 ain't cheap. But let me ask you this. Do you feel like Tim Banks is doing the same thing over and over and over, or do you think he is mixing it up and trying different things but not having success? Wayne pointed out in the game day chat we had going on that this defense came out in a 4-3 to start the game. You had some success with that. Then you went away from it. They played a lot of press coverage early in this game. I do think Tim Banks is mixing it up, but it seems like no matter what he does, we're not having success.
I wouldn't say no matter what. Like I said, I pointed out some instances the defense played well tonight. Problem was, for much more of the game, they played really badly, right? My thing is this. They've shown they can do it. Like, they show that they can do it, and you are making the same mistakes over and over again. 28-14, you talked about it, Boogie. They start really, really pinned back, right? I think they start on their own 4. Is that right? Is that where they started?
Yeah.
On their own 4. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. And we vacate everybody. The middle linebacker, both of them, the star, everybody completely vacate. Quarterback takes 5 steps forward, gets a first down. Easy peasy, right? And then they proceed, to go all the way down the dang field. They had multiple 2nd and forevers and picked up like 14 and 16 and picked up first downs after.
Do you think in that situation, and I'm just hitting you with stuff as you continue your train of thought, so don't get lost here. But do you think some of that is when it is 2nd and 20 after a holding call or a negative play? That seems like that is when Tim Banks goes soft, and it's almost like, all right, we're going to give you 7-8 yards, but then you put them in 3rd and manageable. That's where I can get on board.
On their throat.
Yes, I agree. See, that's where I can get on board with Tim Banks needing to change, Tim Banks needing to adapt, and Tim Banks needing to grow. But there are times too that I think Tim Banks is in a good play call and we don't execute. And that makes this thing steamroll and become a huge problem. I think it's the same thing with going soft late in the game when you gave up 2 back-to-back 75-yard scoring drives. I think Tim Banks goes soft, and I think some of that is we got a big lead. I don't care if we win by 1 or 150. I'm going to play soft and let them go down the field. But when the game's on the line and it's 2nd and 20, the soft stuff it gives them an opportunity to go make a play. Absolutely. Am I right or wrong there?
You're right, and you have a big lead. You can afford to play aggressive. It's not like, it's you give up a touchdown on this play, you've lost. Like, you don't have to play so soft, man. Play aggressive. We were begging hype last week to be more aggressive. Well, I am pleading with Tim Banks to play aggressive. He's in his bag when he's aggressive. He's different when he's playing back on his heels. The calls are different. The team plays different. It's like they take on this identity of giving up eons of space. I know everyone can see it. Like, normally I feel like I was circling at week 1 against Georgia, the Zachariah Branch touchdown, when it was 14-0. They just threw the little edge pass on 3rd and 10. And we had 3 guys over that trips, and each one of them was playing 15 yards off the ball. That just can't happen, man. On any 3rd down play, I think I took 57 or however many 3rd downs or in 2nd down and longs for how many pictures I took in my phone, where you can look at one side of the field and circle the space. And I mean, like, draw a nice size circle and circle the space. I know everyone in the chat can see it. I know I see it. You don't think those other teams see it? You don't think that's why when they're watching the film, we're getting these comments from the other teams saying, "Oh yeah, we're licking our lips. We're playing Tennessee this weekend." We're just defense is about controlling space and stopping the run. And when you give up that much space, you cannot control said space. So it's really important. And
Do you think some of that, and I don't, this is just me throwing something else at you again, because it seems like it's all the time that space is there. We're playing soft coverage. I go back to the Georgia game. Ty Redmond, you put him, you take away that space, you put him in press coverage, and he gets beat. Georgia picks on him. Tonight, Boo Carter, press coverage, up in your face, gets beat over the top. And then it's almost like, well, I can't trust these guys to take away that space because we're going to get beat over the top. So instead of getting beat over the top, I'm going to back them off and play soft. And I agree with you. I like, what's the worst that can happen? They score, get up in their face, and take your chances playing aggressive. That's probably the most maddening thing with me for Tim Banks. And, I've said it all year long. Jermon McCoy's out. Ricky Gibson's out. You got a true freshman out there. Colton Hood's playing pretty good football. That true freshman got picked on early, and then we kind of see this soft defense. And again, I'm spitballing here, emotional after the game. I'm not going back and looking at everything to see if that's the case. Certainly the way it felt for me.
Yeah. Boogie, do you know what the most important position is in Tim Banks's scheme?
Oh, God, I hope you don't say something in the secondary, because that's where our weaknesses are.
The biggest position of strength in Tim Banks's system is the star defender. All day long, they're your Swiss Army knife, right? You can blitz them. They can play in the box and run. They're good. They in a perfect world, they're blitzing well. They can stop the run and come up. They can play in space. They can pick the ball up. They can help you disguise things, fall underneath coverage, pick things. That you can drop them deep. They're just a great Swiss Army knife that you can move around the field and use them to attack and set traps. And I mean, quite frankly, it's it's, McMurray's doing a great job there on short time playing that position, right?
Let's
Not
call a
as
spade,
athletic as
coach.
Boo. Not
Jalen McMurray is a second string corner that was thrust
yes.
into the star
Yeah.
position because Boo Carter didn't
Okay, I
take care
was
of his
trying to be
business.
nicer
No,
today, I
I'm
guess.
not being nice. Boo
Yeah,
Carter didn't
okay.
take care of his
Thank
business.
you.
Boo
I
Carter didn't
appreciate
handle
you.
his business. So Boo Carter went to the back of the line. Boo Carter had to earn his way back on the field. Now we've seen Boo Carter try to earn his way back on the field, and we've seen Boo Carter be lazy at times. We've seen Boo Carter quit at times. And I've been kind. I've been respectful. I've been nice. Nothing pisses me off more than quitting. Now, I yelled at somebody in the chat on the Monday morning show because they said this team quit against Alabama last week. I don't think this team quit against Alabama last week. Now, who quit tonight? Boo Carter quit on the touchdown where he got burned. It was press coverage. He's up in your face. He gets beat. I don't think he quit there. I think he just got beat. Now, what happened when he got beat? He quit with about 10 yards left on that field. Now, is Boo Carter going to catch that guy from behind and make a tackle? Probably not. Probably 99.9% chance he doesn't, but he didn't play through the end of the play. He wasn't giving me that Peyton Lewis vibe from a week ago when the game's over, you're down 17, there's 1 second on the clock, and Peyton Lewis wants to score because he's got that dog in him. He's got that competitive. You don't teach that. And I feel like Boo Carter used to have that. I feel like he used to have that fire, and now it's gone.
Yeah, and so it's, yes, I have Boo Carter didn't even try. Unfortunate and sad that he turned into a quitter this year. That's my note. But he didn't even attack it like Boo can be physical in press. We saw it as a freshman, man. And on that play, he could have been physical in that spot. I think he got beat, yeah, but he was kind of lollygagging even when he got beat, which is just darn unfortunate, man. I don't know how else to put that. And it sucks because he should be a weapon. Like I said, he's so talented, and that's what ekes me, man. This would absolutely kill me as a coach on this staff, and I would just be pleading with him weekly to wake up, man. Like, I know I've referenced it before, man. That scene in Rocky 3 where Paul's like, "Wake up, man!" Like, right? Like,
I don't think he's going to wake up, coach.
Right? Like,
he's not. It's
wake
too late.
up. Yeah,
it's
I
over.
know. It's
that
like
ship
you want to
has
just like
failed.
scream at him like that, and yeah, and
if Boo didn't have that wake up, come to Jesus
we
moment,
can move off of it.
If he didn't have that wake up, come to Jesus moment in fall camp after everything that went on allegedly in that locker room, and him likely being off the team and the leadership council and the way they handled that and welcomed him back, if that wasn't a wake up call, if that wasn't a call to arms, if that wasn't, oh, I need to get my stuff together. And what did we talk about on this channel? At the time, we said, man, I hope Boo Carter learns from this. I hope Boo Carter grows from this. I hope this is a turning point in the Boo Carter story. Unfortunately, fast forward, we're over midway through the season. That ain't happening. I think Boo Carter is done after this year. This is his last season wearing the power tee. And I'm to the point that I'm getting so frustrated with it. And man, this is not who I am. This is not the type of stuff that I typically do on this channel. I'm ready to bench Boo Carter. Either you want to play or you don't. And if you're not going to give me 100%, then give me somebody who will. And I saw somebody got pissed because I said Jalen McMurray was a second string corner. That's what he was. That's where he would be on this roster if Boo Carter was doing what Boo Carter's supposed to do. If Boo Carter took care of business, then Jalen McMurray would be a second string corner. He would probably be starting in front of Redmond just because of the circumstances. But if everybody's healthy, he's our second string corner. Let me catch up with super chats. We wanted to hit that because it was a $20 super chat. Very generous. Asked a specific question. Tucker White for 5. Well, it wasn't a stress-free whooping, but damn, was that win cathartic? I don't know. I felt pretty stress-free tonight, Tucker. I felt pretty stress-free. Blake Morgan for 5. Door fee for late night talking balls. Loved our annual Kentucky dub. But that defense, yikes. James Bradford's been a member for 33 months. So nice of YouTube TV to send us to commercial while our defense was on the field doing the Lord's work, protecting us from potential eye damages. Yeah, same thing happened to me. Just straight to commercial. I had to change the channel and come back, and then it finally picked back up. Chandler Matthews for 20. We'll play the clip.
Rocky Top!
Chandler says the deep ball is back, and it is beautiful. Defense needs to shore up third downs and stop the running back in the flat. For the love of God, bench Boo And let's run the table. Now, this came through, man, almost 15 minutes ago. So Chandler had already put out there what we were thinking. Thank you, Chandler. Very generous super chat. We appreciate you, my man. Sean for 5 says, for fun, I took an alternate spread, minus 22.5 for a 20 spot. Oh, well. Jeff Brooks says, not ready for the $1 million man yet. You're not ready for the $1 million man yet. Well, I still appreciate the $2, Jeff. Luke says, Brian Kelly, what happened? Peyton Bolus says 4 fumbles in one play was insane. Yeah, that looked like backyard football. Tennessee Tonto says helmet to the hand early next week. We gonna play dirty next week, Tonto? Steve Arrowwood.
Oh yeah, was it announced at 7:30 game?
7:30. That'll be
That's
good.
Awesome.
That'll be hostile.
Show up, Rocky Top.
I think this win, I think this game playing out the way it played, I think Rocky Top, I think Neyland is going to be ready to go. Steve Arrowwood says, hey guys, GBO, good to be back on the winning side. Like the high power offense, praying our D can learn to stop teams on third down. Ashby Wilson became a member of the channel. We appreciate that, Ashby. Backflip Spaghetti gifted 5 Talkin VAWLS memberships. That ain't cheap, man. That's like the equivalent of a $25 super chat. We appreciate that. Lucas's Rad Dad video says, play the Big Blue Nation clip of the guy getting mad about Tennessee walking in and owning them. I can't do that, Lucas, because it demonetizes the stream.
Did he already leave his monthly comment? Sorry, I had to interrupt. Like his yearly comment. Sure. You know, he does this sad thing every year.
I'm
sorry.
Sorry, go on. It's to the point that now it's just like, it's not even authentic. It's just a bit at this point. Coach McGee drops an orange board.
Rocky Top!
Coach McGee says the soft defense broke my heart. Tighten up. Ben Gaylor says, love David Sanders getting more run. Boo looked lackadaisical. Yeah, we're not the only ones thinking that, Coach. Elijah's been a member for 52 months. We appreciate you, kid. Bookham Dano says, I'm sure Boo practices just like he plays. He quit last spring. Ethan Maxwell for 10. The blind and deaf could rip RD. What is up with our tackling? But gosh, our offense is something to admire. GBO, great dub. JG says 3 times 100-yard receivers, but fire Tim Banks, please. Tennessee Tonto says much better job on penalties. Go Big Orange has been a member for 38 months. We appreciate you. Elijah says for 5, you can't coach Hart, and Boo Carter doesn't have any. I'll take a Will Brooks over Boo any day. Robert Clark becomes a member. Thank you, Robert. We appreciate you. Corey Smith has been a member for 36 months. BFL Willie says just effing tackle, please. John Petty drops a 20 spot. Nothing to say, just a tip. We'll play the clip for John.
Rocky Top!
Shout out, John. We appreciate you, my man. Nothing to say, just a tip in the old tip jar. Tonto's been a member for 36 months. Checkerboard Overall says Kentucky's daddy, go big effing orange. Timothy McGee says it's more defensive backs and personnel problem. See, I think it's a mixture, Timothy, because that's where I've kind of been. It's a combination, man. It is a combination of personnel. It's execution. It's Tim Banks. It's everything. Robert Tuck for 2. Boo is a liability. Sully Vincian says late to the stream, but what I learned from the game is tackling is still horrendous. Finally glad Heupel decided to keep the foot on their throat. Reed Clark says, I hear everyone about Banks, but what does it do when you lose your top 2 corners, and specifically tonight, your top linebacker in Carter? That's a fair assessment, Reed. I appreciate the super chat. Tonto says, shady. We need Hayward next year. I would agree with that. Nathaniel Hughes for 10. Offense did great, and the defense made some noteworthy plays. Hopefully, the D can tighten up as the season goes on. Banks has to figure something out. Maybe start with reviewing film from 24. GBO, Timothy McGee says, kick him off the team and get the money back so Heupel can get players in the portal. Mountain Medic says, why all the belly aching? The most anyone has scored on Kentucky this season was 34. Nobody has scored even close to what Tennessee scored tonight. GBO, I appreciate the optimism. Jason Garsh for 5. Joey Dimes was money tonight. Happy birthday, Braylon Staley. Why is Boo Carter still playing meaningful snaps? GBO. RD Mert has been a member for 30 months. We appreciate that. That's Gary. That's Orange Sea Line. I don't know why he's got that old name. Banks needs to go. That is all. Caleb Schultz for 2. Not as emotional as last week. GBO. Yeah, this is way better. Randall Perry drops a 50 spot. We'll play the clip.
All I know is go Vols, because that's all I know. Go Vols.
Randall Perry for 50. I'm supporting you like always, Boogie. I'm so tired of every time I get online, nothing but negative Nancy. Tired of hearing fire Banks. You have people actually saying Joey is trash because he can't beat Georgia or Bama. I am over these people. I appreciate you, Randall. That is very generous. Man, I've always just been a glass half full type of guy, a more optimistic guy. And I think we try to balance. We try to shoot straight. Coach Jay bringing a lot of criticism of the defense, and that's good, man. It's good, healthy conversation and debate, but you could do it in a tactful, classy way. But I appreciate the support, Randall. Thank you for the super chat. Sean says, Coach, you still in the college game? Yeah. Coach is still an analyst, D3
Scouting
analyst.
this morning. Scouted the
Poor
9
little
a.m.
guy's
game.
sleeping.
Unfortunately, 2 hours away. So I had to wake up at the butt crack of dawn because everyone and their brother works on Saturday because everything costs $1 million in good old Los Angeles. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And yes, I would be interested in a defensive position at Tennessee. Just DM Boogie Hype or Banks or whoever. Just DM Boogie. He'll
Yeah, I mean, they control what we say on the channel.
I
That's
think you would give him the message. The message. Boogie get that call and be like,
he'll get right back to you. He'll get back to you. Hey, Coach, this is the second post-game show we've done alone this season. Hey. I'm now praying for you to not get a job somewhere. I can't let you go now. Everybody else just disappears.
All right.
Wayne drops a hundo. Wayne, a hundo will play the $1 million man clip. Who said we weren't getting the $1 million man clip? We'll play it.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
Oh, my kids are fighting. I don't know what's going on. Wayne, for $100. First of all, Wayne, I appreciate you. That is very generous. He says, for Andrew Fielding calling for me to be banned from the Patreon chat. Go Vols. Nothing bleeding orange. I left the kids at the dinner table alone because I had to go pack up and get ready for work. And I said, y'all have a great night. I'll see you in the post game. And apparently World War III is breaking out in the Patreon chat as we speak. Wayne, I appreciate you. Andrew, I appreciate you. You guys be nice. I like both of you guys. So you guys be nice to each other. Let's talk a little bit about this offense, Coach, and then we'll come back. We'll talk some more defense here in just a little bit. But how about Joey Aguilar? How about this passing game? Started off the first half, 14 of 18, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. I like that he's spreading the ball around. I mentioned it in that drive right before the half, but completed passes to 6 different wide receivers in the first half, one of those being Rodarius Jackson. Good to see him back on the field, getting some run. Finished today 20 of 26, almost 400 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. 3 wide receivers go over 100. Brazel, Mike Matthews, and Braylon Staley. Brazel had 4 catches, 138 and a touchdown. Mike 6, 107 and a touchdown. Braylon 6 catches, 105 yards. Do you think, don't lie to me, that last little swing pass, because I put it in the Patreon chat, I said, guys, Staley needs a yard, and we got 3 receivers over 100. And that was before that last drive. Little swing pass.
And a nifty play, right? Like out of pistol. Like, I don't know if I like us using that play in that moment just because I think it was nifty. I don't know that we whipped that out this year. Maybe you can correct me if we have. But, yeah, that was awesome. And, yeah, Joey, really, really good, right? Like on fire good. But you know what? I'm a Vol fan. Let's start by insulting Joey in some way. He needs to learn how to dive into the end zone, man. That dive into the end zone was terrible, Joey.
You think it's because he's hurt, though? I think it's got to be. He's still. He is? Dang, man. What a day if he's still
Yeah, he's still probably
Joey before last week was trucking some fool there.
When you fall on a ball as hard as he did, your ribs are still a little tender this week. And he took some hits in that game. I mean, he took a little shot on that first touchdown to Brazel. He took a little shot there and got that ball in there. So he looked great. I'm going to shout out my boy, testament to Danny Hernandez, great quarterback coach, and obviously under great tutelage now with Hype and Halsey there. And I want to circle back to, you know what? No, let's just talk about it now. But it's just me and you. We can talk about what we want, right?
Whatever we want.
Yeah. Okay. So fire Halsey, right?
Mm-hmm.
how many? What would you say was the percentage of the fans that wanted to fire Halsey?
Oh man, is it as many as that are calling for Banks now? It was close, man. It was close. It was close. Careful, coach. You're coming down. You're speaking my language here. Be careful.
Now, I was really critical of Banks last week, right? And I said I might be willing to consider possibly moving on, but I want to look inward first. Look, he just came off a year where he's a pretty dang good coordinator. He just hadn't been able to put it together on the road always, as we all know. But I think you can look inward. I think you can get analyst help. I think you can breathe life into a good coordinator. Look, this defense got better every single year until this year, right? And like we said, no one cares about the injuries, so it still counts, right? But I would want, if I were Heupel or Tim Banks, myself even, this goes for me as well. You always want to look back and review everything you did in a year, evaluate your staff, evaluate yourself, and if you need help, bring it in the form of analysts and assistant coaches that can fill a void and help see things from the right angle so that you can grow and change, because this game is always evolving. And if you don't evolve with it, you're going to struggle.
So I see some people in the chat saying, why in the world would you fire Joey Halzle? What are you idiots? They didn't actually say that. They don't grasp the conversation. The reason coach is bringing that up is because everybody that's calling for Tim Banks to be fired now. Let's rewind time a year ago. Let's go back and look at last year. What was our struggles a year ago? It was offense. We were living on defense. We were living on Dylan Sampson. We were living on running the football and playing defense. Now, people wanted to crucify Tim Banks and fire Tim Banks last year too. Well, we didn't play anybody, did we not? I mean, I'm pretty sure we did play some teams last year. Like that. I don't play that game. I don't play that game. And like Coach just said, Tim Banks, scoring wise, his defense got better every single year since being on Rocky Top. And last year finished the year 7th in the country in scoring defense. Now, Joey Halzle in that offense struggled, and everybody was saying, not everybody. I hate when I say that. That's something I got to fix. It wasn't everybody. A lot of people were saying, fire Joey Halzle. Joey Halzle sucks. The play calling sucks. It's not Josh Heupel's offense. It's not Joey Halzle's offense. It was Alex Golesh. Alex Golesh created the magic. We need Hendon Hooker back. It was Alex Golesh. Now I look at the chat, and because of a misunderstanding of words, everybody's freaking out saying, why in the world would you fire Joey Halzle? Exactly. This team was leading the country in scoring, ran up against Alabama. I don't know where they were at going into this game, but after you went out there and put up 56 on Kentucky, I would say they're probably somewhere up there at the top. They were tied for second going into the week. The bottom line is what coach is saying. You went out and you got Luttrell. You went out and you hired why in the world am I Jim Chaney? You went out and you hired analysts and you brought in more eyes. Not only did you bring in more eyes, you brought in experience, guys that are head coaches, guys that have been around the block, guys with experience. And now you can take their advice, you can listen, or you can ignore them and say, I'm Josh Heupel, this is my offense, I'm going to do it my way. No, we've seen this offense grow and adapt. And yes, obviously, some of that is because of Joey Aguilar. Some of that is because Chris Brazel's out there balling out. Some of that's Braylon Staley and Mike Matthews making plays. It's way easier when your guys are out there executing. I see you guys talking about it in the chat. You guys talking about in the chat saying, man, it's great when we don't drop the ball. Yeah, it is. It's great when our defensive players don't have busted assignments. It's great when our defensive players don't have missed assignments and miscommunications. Right? So those same people that wanted Joey Halzle fired last year are now talking about how great this offense is, and now they want to fire Tim Banks. Now, that said, Tim Banks needs to have a gut check time. We need to go look ourselves in the mirror and say, yes, I may have had my two corners out. And I hope that those words never come out of Tim Banks' mouth. Like, I want to say that. I want fans to understand that, but I don't want my freaking coaches to say that. Look yourself in the mirror, make some changes, add some analysts, grow. Coach, you brought up a good point sometime throughout the course of the week saying most of our analysts are defensive line guys, right? That's part of it. I think you need some help in the secondary. I think you need to recruit better in the secondary. I think we need to recruit better at the safety position. I think that is hurting this football team. Let me catch back up with you guys in the chat. Caleb Bray for 5 says, as the University of Tennessee, we should never have to settle for a bend but don't break defense. Very annoying watching teams do more with less talent. Lester for 10 says, go Vols. Joey is awesome. What a great win. Hashtag GBO. Checkerboard overalls with the 20 spot. We'll play the clip.
Rocky Top!
He says, let me hop on before the Oklahoma game. I got something to say. Play the clip. Hey, hop on every single week, an hour before kickoff, or join us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Sundays. Me and Coach going to rewatch the game. We'll talk for about 20, 25 minutes, something like that. Then you guys get to come on one at a time. Bring a topic. It won't be chaos. There won't be 20 people all talking over each other. Checkerboard overalls, if you pop in that back room, you're going to have 5 minutes to come on with me and Coach and talk about whatever topic you want. So make sure you're here tomorrow night. That'll be good stuff. I hope you got something to get into. Randall for another 20. We'll do it again.
Rocky Top!
Randall says, do I want this team to be better and win championships? Yes, but man, I lived through Georgia State at home, so I'm not getting mad over a win, period. I will never make excuses for winning football games, Randall. Enjoy them, soak them in. Now let's go get ready for Oklahoma. That's what it's all about. Timothy for 2, Coach Jay is secondary coach. Who's in for that? Not me. Not me. I need him as a post-game show host. King Ball says, I think Blue is also showing it on returns too. Not returning any when he has plenty of room. He needs to get his head out of his and play like he can. MG Way says, I know Nick Roush is crying right now. Jason Gars for 5 says, I want to see Joey get mad just once. Other than that, how blessed are we he came to Rocky Top? I don't think he has it in him. I don't think he shows frustration ever. Hunter Johnson's been a member for 23 months. Shout out, Hunter. We appreciate you, my man. If you're not a member, hit that join button down below. We would greatly appreciate that support. Again, it's only $1. You want to show a little bit more support, you can go grab some Talkin VAWLS merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Talkin VAWLS theme merchandise, logo merch, Nike merch, golf polos, quarter zips, whatever you want. We got it. We've also got rivalry shirts. If you want to celebrate, rub it in somebody's face. We got a Kentucky's Daddy shirt. We got Buck Fama, FUGA, but we got some clean ones too. Beat Florida, beat Georgia, beat Bama. Whatever you want, we got. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can also support by joining the Patreon. That link's in the description below. We have a game day chat every single week during the game. I'm in there hanging out, talking throughout the course of the game with you guys, so you can check that out. All the links are in the description below how you can support this channel. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. You can also smash the thumbs up. That is quick, free, and easy. Let's jump back over, Coach, and talk about this offense. You look at total yards, right? Tennessee, 504 yards of total offense, threw for almost 400. That brings you down to rushing. 108 yards on the ground, average 3.3 yards per carry. And when you look at that total number, what did I say? 108 yards on the ground. 50 to 60 of that came on that last drive. When Tennessee was chewing up the clock, Kentucky was done. Kentucky had folded. You take out those 50 to 60 yards, it was a rough day at the office running the football. Worth being concerned about? Because to me, in the big games, when we're talking about Georgia and Alabama, you have to be able to run the football. What is it, and what do we got to do to fix it in a hurry?
The way Kentucky played early, and kudos, you talking about this offense, to them forcing a defensive coach to change and play with 2 safeties instead of 1 high like he likes. So the defense set up a little better to stop it. And also the Vols are playing a little more compact. So when you mix those 2 things together, you have an extra person in the box and it can make it a little easier to stop the run. Doesn't mean I liked it. I thought the run was an issue early in the game, obviously. I thought Thomas kind of looked the best early, and Bishop came on late, right? I don't know. I still don't know why they throw the ball to Bishop. And I love me some Deshaun Bishop. Like, I love Deshaun Bishop. Don't throw him the football. Don't throw him the football. And Bishop also got a little mixed up on a block, picking up a blitz early as well. But really turned it on late. So really nice. But I'll tell you what, I was really sad that that the analyst made a big thing and chose to broke down how we pull our tackles when we're throwing deep and when we're throwing over the middle, because I had it on.
But you know why though? It's called Kubelik.
I can't get it, but I have it on my very first dang note. like right when it happened, and then the play ends. Like it's my note. I look up, and like he's explaining it. I'm like, "Argh!" And then he brought it up again, and I was like, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. Steal my thunder because you know what you're talking about. Whatever. But yeah, really brilliant guys. Like pulling tackles. Guards is one thing. Pulling tackles when you're throwing the ball is diabolical. Just so y'all know, like what that does to your safeties and linebackers. It's part of both positions. Uh, Triangle keys, their triangle of read that they have, right? Their step down read, it affects them in multiple ways. So, yeah, yeah. I thought Mike Matthews was brilliant today. Really starting to turn into the 5-star wide receiver we know he is. Brazel, brilliant. Staley, brilliant. Well, next time we get him on there, we're going to tease him a little bit about getting caught, right, on that play where he looked back a little and they got caught. We got to tease him just a little bit. Like I wouldn't be coaching if I wasn't teasing people about film. So Staley, nice. Like you mentioned, Rad Jackson. That's in my notes as well. Rad Jackson played a heck of a football game, but the piece of resistance to me was Joey, of course. The last drive of the half was an absolute thing of beauty, and once again, great to see Ethan Davis again. And he has been a missing weapon, I feel like, from this offense in the big games, those Bama type games. So we need him. We need him to beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got a really good defense, and Ethan Davis is a matchup problem for anyone when he's out on the field. So I do want him out there. And I didn't think David Sanders should have got called for that holding call. I don't like to complain about the refs, but I will complain about that call. Horrible call. Dave was great all night. I thought Moy played well for the most part. Had one or two faux pas, but played really well. And we didn't hear Lance Hurd's name too much, right? And they tried to pick on him tonight. So I thought he picked up the edge reasonably well, especially second quarter on. So, yeah, man, I was really, really happy with the offense. They set the tone early. They got their defenses back when they got their scores. I mean, their stops 1 and 2 in the second half. They did their job. They the defense dug the hole and the offense, threw the body into it, so to speak, at the beginning of the first half. So you couldn't be more happy with how the offense played. And you just, man, it's like I said, the beginning of that second half, those first 3 series, if we could just do that consistent, it's about consistency. If we can do that for a whole game, we can beat anybody. Will they? I have serious doubts at this point, Bookie.
Like I don't even know how to address
as a coach,
that.
I'm always like, as a coach, when you're a coach, it's, you know what you're like when you're like a coach? You're like that girl who thinks she can change the good-looking bad boy that can't change them. I'm just like, I could coach it into him, man. I can get out there and I can get better next week, but they're making it hard at times. But you see it, which just like last year, right? O-line wouldn't work on one play. The receivers wouldn't catch the ball. Nico might overthrow it, but it did work together on plays and series. And you were like, man, if we could just do all this all the time, we're money. Like the O-line block, Nico hit shot, like, you know what I mean? Like the Brazel touchdown, Bama, certain plays. You felt that way, and just consistency is hard in football. And if we're going to have a chance, the defense is going to have to do what they did in that bracket of the game consistently against teams like Oklahoma.
What's worse, though? Like in me, the way I feel about it, like last year, I remember at times being like, this is the most boring team in the country to watch. Because there's no offense, there's no big flashy plays. This year, it's like, man, Joey's slinging it all over the place. You never know when Brazel's going to go up and make a play, or even one of these running backs is going to bust a run, and that's exciting and fun. But it's maddening, and it pisses you off when they give up 20, 30 points. Whereas last year, it's like, man, if it's 24-10, like I take pride, and I know you do too as a defensive guy. Like if I'm playing EA Sports College Football, if I win 28, 24-10, if I win 28-7, 28, I take pride in that. If I win 52-34, I'm pissed. I'm so mad. I don't care about scoring 50. I'm angry and irate. And I don't know if that's some of it, if that's what's so maddening about it. But the thing is, man, when you look at it, Coach, it's so eerily. You bringing up the offense last year. It's so eerily similar to that because I can't just point to one thing. It's like, oh, if we play press coverage, we get beat over the top. We're just giving up big plays. If we would stop, no, it's not that. We may give up a big play or we may give up a 17-play drive. Like we're all over the place. It truly is Jekyll and Hyde. I've got it broke down by halves. First half, you had a pick six. You had a fumble recovery that later resulted in the offense punching it in. But you also gave up a big play, a 71-yard touchdown on a swing pass where guys are taking horrible angles and running around like middle schoolers. You also gave up a 56-yard touchdown pass where Boo Carter's in press man and gets beat, the play we talked about where he quit the last 10 yards. But then you also gave up a 16-play, 96-yard drive. Tennessee's offense was off the field for 28 minutes, Coach. 28 minutes they sat over there on the sidelines going, are we ever going to get off the field? And then in the second half, again, you forced a punt, the missed field goal, and then you gave up a 10-play drive and an 11-play drive. Both went for 75 yards. This defense is just all over the map. I truly don't know what to expect. Or are we going to stop our Oklahoma next week, or do we have to go score 60? I don't know.
I don't know either. She's like that crazy girlfriend who might burn all your stuff up or might come over and give you good smooches, man. You don't know what's going to happen, man. Strap on for a ride, I guess. It's dang maddening, man. It's dang maddening. You like once again, you see bright spots. Like I can talk about them. All these guys play perfect games, but there's bright spots in this game. Dominic Bailey, great game. Right? Jordan Ross, great game. Tyree Weathersby, great game. I thought Redmond played well. Not perfect, but for a freshman, a 3-star freshman, I thought he played his tail off. Josh Josephs, Ethan Utley. What a read on that screen pass. Yep. What a read. Sniffed it out right away. Super headsy play.
Athleticism, too.
Athleticism. Yeah, he's going to be special. Perlotti. I thought Perlotti played fast. I thought he laid some absolute hats out there. I thought Spillman filled well and laid some big hits out there as well. There were bright spots to this defense, and that's part of what gives people hope. It's hard, man. There's so many things that are hard. We're big wave surfing, man, because we're 2 corners down. We're a middle linebacker down, and we're trying to stay alive in the SEC, and we need to use our weapons. I'm going to keep preaching to attack. I'm going to keep preaching to try to play underneath as much as you can, to disguise your blitzes with show and goes. Just stay multiple and stay aggressive. Don't sit back on your heels and hope we figure this thing out. It's maddening to see that you have talent and that it's not getting it done. It's frustrating.
What are your thoughts, though? I know you mentioned Jaden Perlotti. Jaden Harmon played quite a bit today, too. Of course, Edwin Spillman, young, he led this team in tackles today. 15 tackles. 11 of those were solo tackles. Edwin Spillman stepping up and playing today. And again, that's in the absence. Arian Carter out for this game. Ben Bolton out for this game. You had to lean on some of those young guys. When you talk about Tim Banks and you talk about him, it being gut check time and you know, if he's going to make adjustments for next year, look, he can still make adjustments for this year. We can still tweak this. You're not making any major changes like Josh Heupel did with the offseason, with the offense this offseason. You're not making any major changes there. But when you look at the linebacker play and you see those young guys, and that's the thing for me. When you look at this team, they're young. We have a lot of freshmen. We talked about this last week. I think it's like 50% of this roster is freshmen, and they're talented and they're athletic. We saw Ethan Utley tonight. Guess what? Isaiah Campbell's another dude that's athletic, man. All across this defense, we got some dudes. Does that encourage you for Tim Banks, or are you too concerned with the scheme and that's got to change more than maybe the Jimmies and the Joes?
I guess both, unfortunately, man. Like, I think both need to change. I think we're not being fair if we're not saying both. There's moments where players have failed to get their assignments, and there's moments where I think it has been on the play called and space involved. I don't know if everyone noticed it. There was a lot of confusion in our secondary tonight. A lot of confusion in the communication between the linebackers in the secondary tonight. A lot of communication. And that comes with time, right? Like, you had young linebackers in there.
Yeah, with Aaron Carter out, I expected
when
it.
Lander's out, you're going to see that to a degree. But I also think in those moments you can simplify things for your DBs and bring a little pressure and play a little tighter and just, come after it. So there's that too. But you would, dang it hurts not having Boo Boogie.
It does.
Like I said, that star just kills you. It kills you, man. Like, if you could truly rely on Boo, you could slide McMurray to that other corner where he should be. He could give you a true rotation there. It would just help everything. It would make Farouk's job easier. We didn't see number 2 all game this game, did we? We saw 10 back there in that other safety spot quite a bit, didn't we?
I saw Turnton some because he threw that shoulder in and made a horrible attempt at a tackle, and I immediately called him out in the game day chat. He played. I don't know how many snaps he played. Let me look at his numbers here. Caleb Beasley finished the day with 3 tackles. Andre Turnton had 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see that snap count, because I don't think Beasley played that much. Was it last week? I don't think he played that much.
And he still didn't play as much as 2 did, but he played a lot more in this game, and I think he played well at points. He's breaking down a little too soon in his fills inside when he's hitting a tackler, but he's so talented. He's got a lot of skill, a lot of coverage skills, and man, do we need someone in the secondary who can cover somebody, right? So the quicker we can get him up to speed, and not just this year, for next year, the better off we'll be. I do think we need Caleb Beasley to grow into that role, because he's got the baseline talent to be there, in my humble opinion.
And I think his future's bright too. I mean, Caleb Beasley's a sophomore, and he just made the move from corner to safety. Was it in spring camp, I think, is when he made that move?
Yeah,
so
just now.
Future's bright for Caleb Beasley. Let me catch up with some super chats real quick. Danny Grimmett, I hope I said that right, dropped $2. Nothing to say, just a tip in the tip jar. We appreciate you, Danny. Robert Lawson became a member of the channel. We appreciate you as well, Robert. If you're not a member, hit that join button. Only $1 a month. We would appreciate your support, just like we do. Roberts, Jay Russell says the question isn't how far, it's do you possess the constitution, the depth of faith to go as far as needed. Thank you, Jay Russell. Joey Heek for 2 says complimentary football is what we are missing. 110%. And we saw moments of it tonight, and seeing moments of it is why it's 56-34 and not 42-34, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we can do it for 60 minutes, we can play with anybody in the country, but we have a hard time doing it for 60 minutes. Sword the Demon for 5 says we had faith in Halsley and he rewarded our faith. Why can we not have faith Banks can turn the defense around when we have seen him do it before? Sword, that is where I'm at. And being in that spot makes people say, oh, you carry water for 10 bucks. Dirt. No, man, I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt that he's got 2 starting corners out. He had 2 defensive tackles out for the first 4 or 5 games. That's it, man. That's it. And I've been very critical of Tim Banks at times. you can be critical of somebody and not say you need to fire him. I think a lot of people would pack Tim Banks' bags right now and just flush it all down the toilet and let somebody else call plays the rest of the year. That's not where I'm at. Tonto for 5 says these people better be careful what you wish for, calling for people to be fired. There's a reason they're coaching and you're not. Oh, thank you, Tonto. Michael Banks has been a member for 30 months. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate you. Timothy for 10 says you're going to hate me for saying this, but our defense is a Big 12. Wait, our defense is Big 12. Our offense is Big 12. Now, if we can get back a SEC defensive scheme, we will be awesome. Thank you, Timothy. J. Russell for 5. She's half bear, half cat. No telephone bills. Get used to it, men. T. Martin took us to the promised land, and Peyton sent me to Omaha. Thank you, Jay Russell. Joey Heek for $1, a tip in the tip jar. We appreciate you. Also dropped a $2 super chat. Says bleed orange till I die. Go Vols. Thank you, Joey Heek. We appreciate you. Caleb Ray says take Boo's money and grab a stud portal safety. Ty for 5 says 100+ ranked total D, but top 5 in sacks and number 1 in defensive touchdowns.
It's
madness.
maddening.
But I know one thing, Joey for Heisman, what a clinic. I can't make that make sense, man, but it's look at the offense last year. We were saying the same things last year. It's like this offense should be better than it is. It makes no sense. It wasn't just Nico. It wasn't just the wide receivers. It wasn't just the offensive line. It was usually one dude making a mistake every play that led to that. And defense is the same way. Football Fanatic says we have the next Biletnikoff winner. What do you think about Chris Brazzell? What did he finish today? I had his numbers in front of me, and now they're gone. Brazzell finished today, 4 catches, 138 yards, and a touchdown. I don't know if they've updated his numbers for the season yet. Let me see if it's updated. Yes, it is updated for the season. 39 catches. No, it's not. It's only got 7 touchdowns in there. So he now has 8 touchdowns on the year, over 700 yards. Man, what do you like more? Like, I love Brazzell, and I love that he's making these big plays, but I love that all 3 dudes are doing it. And I love like seeing Brian Staley go to Twitter and hype up all 3 dudes. If Mike's getting love, he's hyping up Mike. If Brazzell's getting love, we got 3 dudes, man. Like, and Chris Brazzell's the leader, and you look at it because of the touchdowns. But across the board, man, all 3 of these dudes are making plays. It goes back to, was it the Arkansas game where they doubled Brazzell and took him out of the game? And then it's like, who cares? Braylon's going to go out and have a day. Mike will go out and have a day. Somebody's going to go out and perform on this offense for those wide receivers.
It's a great feeling to have, right? It's a dang great feeling to have. It feels like having, like Justin Hunter, Cordell Patterson, and Derek Rogers again, right? Like it's a true 3-headed monster, and you just feel like anyone can go out there and make a play, man. So it's just fun to watch them spread the ball around. I'll tell you what, Rad Jackson's going to be really, really special, Boogie. I really do believe that too. I don't want to leave him out of that. He was doing kind of special things right before he got hurt, and man, he can get open. He can run a route. He's fast. He's explosive, and it's nice to have that extra weapon back. It makes me feel better because if you lost a wide receiver when Rad was gone, it's like, what are your options all of a sudden, right? Like and no disrespect to Travis Smith, I think he's gonna be a dang.
He's hurt too. He's hurt too, though.
But he's hurt too, yeah. And so who was next, right? Who was next?
It would have been a walk-on because I don't think they're going to play Amari Jefferson. I don't think he's going to play.
So would you rather have Rad Jackson or a walk-on, right? Like, I mean, that's a huge drop-off. So I'm happy about it. Shout out to Scoops. He asked me a second ago. I got to point this out, Scoops, because this.
Here, you can read his super chat too before you do
it. Yeah. Shout out Scoops. Go Vols, because that's all I know. But earlier in the chat, he randomly dropped, I bet Coach is having nightmares about us lining up wrong. I literally have a reoccurring nightmare from back in the Pruitt days. You know how, like, the first 2 games, BYU, Georgia State, we couldn't line up correctly, like, at all. Like there were people on the wrong sides of the field switching. Like it was the worst cluster F I've ever seen in my life by a lot. And I still have a dream that like I'm coaching in that game and my players are doing that and I can't stop them from lining up incorrectly. And I wake up in like sweats. It's terrible. Terrible dream, Scoop. So thank you for reminding me of that. Probably had that dream tonight.
I had a dream 2 nights ago that I was playing Foul Ming in EA Sports College Football and couldn't stop him. And I woke up pissed off and remembered, oh, that's exactly what happened Tuesday night when I played him. I couldn't stop him. Football Fanatic says the sad reality is that prior to 2012, Dayrick got kicked off the team before we played our first game with Cordell and Hunter together. Yeah, dude, that was so sad. And then ends up at Tennessee Tech. Dayrick Rogers could have been such a freaking dude at man, those three, that's a heck of a freaking wide receiver group right there. And then Dayrick ends
Super
up
good
at Tennessee Tech.
Yep.
All right, we took care of business tonight. 56-34. Oklahoma coming to town. You guys said they've already announced it is going to be a night game. Coach, do we roll out dark mode? I think we're going to roll out dark mode on Saturday night. You would think it makes sense. They're looking for revenge. Of course, Hyper, we're going to be playing Ain't No Love in Oklahoma all week long. They've lost 2 out of their last 3. Lost to Texas 23-6. Wait, Texas sucks. But we're scared of Oklahoma. So which one is it? I never know who to be scared of and who not to be scared of, because if they lost to Texas, they must suck. Or is there parity in college football? Lost to Texas, beat South. This is the SEC right now. Lost to Texas 23-6. Went on the road and beat South Carolina 26-7, and then lost to Ole Miss 34-26 at home. So they lost 2 out of their last 3. John Mateer, man. Thumb surgery. He comes back against Texas. What did he throw? 3 picks in that game. I think he'll be dialed in, ready to go when they come to town. Early thoughts, we're not going to deep dive. I'm just asking you quickly your thoughts on the matchup against Oklahoma. I like Tennessee because it's in Neyland Stadium, and Josh Heupel beats anybody not named Kirby Smart in Neyland Stadium.
Yeah, right. Like we get to get the rematch between Venables and Coach Hype, which is what my mind goes to immediately, which is kind of the 10,000 foot view anyway, right? That the media is going to want to keep referencing no matter what. Obviously a big win for Hype, so it's nice to get that monkey off his back, but I promise you that these two are still going to be very competitive and want to beat each other very badly. The Vols have changed this offense a little bit from what Venables knows as, you know, as the offense that Hype runs, the offense that he came up with Broyles and the Pirate and all that kind of stuff. So it should be interesting to see how Venables adjusts to that. I think it's going to be fascinating. Like, had we been playing the way we've been playing, even with Hendon Hooker, I could come out and I feel like tell you exactly what Venables is going to do. I had it pinned last year what they did. I don't know that I can figure that out this year. Like, he might do something not totally foreign to what they run, but a little bit different in philosophy in the game. So it'd be really interesting to see what they did. The one thing we can't do, Boog, we can't allow them to drop everybody and rush 3 and stop our run. We can't allow them to drop everybody and get to the quarterback. That will result in a bad result for us. And then the defense has to play aggressive. Oklahoma's O-line struggles. They can be got to. That quarterback can be got to. And I think they need to get to him, muck it up, make it a rough game on them.
They've given up 14
night game. It's
sacks
going to be
on the
rough.
year. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I feel good. Dublin's going.
That's
He's undefeated in Neyland, too.
That's not an ace up the sleeve.
He's
that's
undefeated
like a
in
queen.
Neyland, too.
Yeah. Like a queen up the sleeve.
Yeah. Good face.
I got
card,
pocket
though.
queens. I got pocket queens.
Yeah, pocket queens. It's pocket queens.
Yeah, we're not rolling with pocket aces, but
he's not as deep into his undefeated record there, but he's undefeated there nevertheless for some games. So
got to start that next generation.
Be nice to have. He called me and was like, you got to ship me your lucky tie that you always bring to the game. And I was like, you want me to trust UPS with
Oh,
the
no.
tie? With the tie? I don't know that I can do that, brother.
They're going to ask you what's in the box. How much is it worth? Priceless.
Priceless.
It's priceless. What do you
$10
got for
million.
insurance?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm fired up. It's going to be fun. Night game, dark mode. Neyland Stadium's going to be rocking and roll. Hey, survive, win, and advance. And that's what they did tonight against Kentucky. You go take care of Oklahoma, and then, hey, just 1 week at a time, we'll have a glorified scrimmage, then we'll go to the swamp, and then we'll end Diego Pavia's fake run that he's on. Joey Heek for 2 says the SEC is eating each other up as well next year. Yeah, we talked about this throughout the week. 3 losses. 3 losses is what you're going to be looking at in the SEC for a good season moving forward. As always, man, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys hanging out with us for these late night post-game shows. Always a lot of fun. If you didn't hit the thumbs up, help us out and hit the thumbs up. If you're not a member, think about supporting this channel. Like we need your support to keep the lights on around here. If you hit the join button, it's $1. It's $1. That's it. It's $1. We would appreciate that support. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun stuff like that. Join us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Fan call-in show. Me and Coach will do a rewatch. We'll talk about that. We'll get you guys on day after video. I'm going to put some thoughts together. We'll drop that video bright and early in the morning. Monday morning, Eric Kane of VolQuest. Tuesday night, we play video games. Wednesday night, Talkin VAWLS Live. Make sure you guys tune in. Should we get, what do you think, business, on-air business? Should we get Big Game Brent on, or do we not trust him? I don't know what to do. I love having Hubs on. I don't know if I want him on Friday. I really don't know if I want him on Friday.
I think the chat's going to have to vote. So just, there's a lot of people in here that weren't here for that show, I'm sure. So we've had Hubs on here twice, Georgia and Bama, right? They were killer shows. He absolutely knocked it out of the park in terms of a show. Grand slam. Brent, no one is better than having Brent on. Brent kills it when he's on Talkin VAWLS. Do y'all want him, or are you worried that we're jinxed this year with Hubbers? One if you want him, 2
no.
if no.
They're all saying no.
1, 2, no. 2, or is that 1, 2?
No Hubs. No Hubs. No Hubs. Absolutely not. Get Austin Price instead. Can you imagine if I text AP and AP came on and then he's like,
and then
now I gotta be here every Friday. Like, what the heck?
I think it'd be hilarious if AP came on Friday and then they won, and then we could create like a narrative behind it.
Oh my gosh. That'd be hilarious. I could text him and see. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Wait, the ones are coming back.
There's some 2s. I don't even remember what you said. One is Hubs on, 2. Bring Hubs from New Mexico State.
Yeah. We should bring him for like a break the curse game.
You say that, and it'll be the worst loss in the history of Tennessee football. Big Game Brent. All right, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you're back here bright and early tomorrow for the day after video, but we're going to get out the door. For Coach Jay, my name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go Big Orange.
That we call home, and it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive.